Well, it is a beautiful Monday morning here at Twin Eagle Ranch. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. An amazing thing, if you will look around on this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, there are no deer. There absolutely are no deer here. Now, that's not a big problem at all. We're going to look all the way, even across the road and everything. There are no deer. There are no deer. We could shine down on the other side of the house and same thing, but I just got to tell you, there are no deer. But I'm getting ready to bring out a great breakfast I fixed for my Lucy's porch deer, which will be the twins and the two triplets that we have left. So those 4 deer there, and then plus they got a buddy or two that's seemingly, if I'm not too close around, they come up and eat off that porch too. But I'd like to break them of the habit of that. But I'm gonna also throw some feed out. And when I throw some feed out, I think you'll see a remarkable thing happening. I think you will see deer appear magically out of the woods. Okay, here is a beautiful, I'm talking about a beautiful breakfast for Lucy's herd, which Lucy's herd is only 4 deer now. 4 deer is what we're down to. That's a beautiful breakfast for them right there. Actually, I don't see any of Lucy's herd around. I don't see Nina or Ranger or Forrest or Jenny. And but we're going to go out here and rattle the cage on the deer feeder and see if we can't call some deer in out of the woods and see if we don't have at least 8 or 10 show up. Everything's green and beautiful. There's lots for them to eat in the woods, so they're a little less dependent upon us up here to take care of them. But I bet you we still can get some deer come around. All right. A little noise really always helps. They know what's going on. They hear that feeder lid open. They hear that feed hitting the ground. And look out in the woods. There's nothing out there. But I promise you something will start happening in a hurry. Look, you come running up right here. Looky here, looky here, looky here, looky here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here comes more running in. They're coming running in from all directions. They know exactly what's going on. Throwing that feed out there. And there'll probably be some come from further around. I'm not going to put out a tremendous amount right now, because there's only just a few deer here. There'll probably be some turkeys come by before the day's over. I've seen a few turkeys out here this morning. Now this feeder is set to go off a couple of times a day. I think 3 times a day anyway, so it's going to go off. It's a Texas Hunter Fish and Wildlife feeder, and you can use this for a fish feeder or a deer feeder, whatever you want. It's originally just fish feeders to throw fish food out in one direction, but we started using them in the woods. We got some baby bucks out there. You can see these are little baby bucks in there. There's 4 or 5 in there. It's got little nubbins. We'll see what kind of horns they're going to have the first year. It'll be interesting to watch the horns, or antlers. I know they're antlers, guys and girls. Watch the antlers grow during this springtime of the year. I don't see any of Lucy's herd around. I haven't seen them this morning. I really believe they spend a lot of time out in the woods looking for her. I don't know that for a fact. I can't read their mind. But I really believe they know something's wrong. I don't know if they know exactly what happened there, but somehow they're not around like they were. They were not even when I got back in here last night about midnight from Tulsa. I am not going today on Monday. I'm not going to the hospital. Sherry's spending the day with Chris. They'll only allow 1 person in per day, and so you can see these deer right here how they are. It's just 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. And they're pretty gentle. I can't really touch any of those deer. They're not any of the Lucy's herd. But I assume Lucy's herd is going to show up here sometime here pretty quick. There's no telling where they are. They got a lot of land to run around on, and they're out enjoying this beautiful, beautiful morning. It's going to get cold tonight. It's going to get really cold. It's going to be down around the 30s the next 2 nights, and the days are going to be miserable too. But God's given us some kind of day today. Will you look at that lake? Will you look at that lake? I've got lots to do. I may have to go down to the dock and make a few casts. Hi, Forrest. Hi, Forrest. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on up here. I got you something to eat. Oh, that's Jenny. Yeah, Jenny's lost her collar. That's the deal. Hi, Jenny. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. I know you've been out looking for your mama, hadn't you? You've been out looking for Lucy. And that's really not your mama. That's your adopted mama, but that's the only mama you've ever had other than Chris, isn't it? Well, Chris is the one that fed you as a baby. That's right. Come on, Forrest. Come on up here, Forrest. Come on, baby. Forrest has still got his little soft collar on. They're really, really jumpy and spooky. You know, we really don't know. You see, Forrest is going to have some pretty nice little antlers, looks like. I got him a really, really nice breakfast there. And they're just awful spooky. The accident that Lucy had to have been a pretty bad accident to have had that big scrape on her side. And, of course, she's carrying babies, so that probably complicated it. And I don't know. You just never know. But she wasn't around any trees or anything where I found her. She was walking along the edge of the lake and had laid down. But I don't know. I thrown some food out there for the other deer. And I don't know if Ranger and Nina is out there or not. They really love to eat out there. They just soon eat out there as here. But Forrest and Jenny, though, finally showed up. You know, Jenny might have been here this morning. I got to get pretty close to see her tags, 2003, which is number 3 and number 4 born last year, 2020. That 20, the first 20, the 2000 stands for 2020. And 3 and 4, they were the 3rd and 4th ones born. And so they're not quite a year old. They'll be a year old this coming month. And they're pretty big deer. Those deer right there, you can see that Forrest is beginning to get a little bit more height on him. He's named after Forrest Gump, not Forrest Wood. We would have named one of the triplets Forrest Wood, but we already had a Forrest because of Forrest Gump here. And Jenny, Forrest's girlfriend. That happens to be his sister right there. But anyway, so these two showed up, and I would not be a bit surprised, but what Ranger and Nina might not be out there with that bunch. But I see one small deer out there, and that could be one of them. It could be. But I think if it is, they end up coming up here in a little bit and eating here off the deck. I'm going to kind of hang around here and watch and make sure that, I want to kind of make sure that they get all the food that I've prepared for them as opposed to the yard deer. And, of course, they've got a lot outside to eat now, but they're chowing down. They've got grapes, lettuce, carrots, Cheerios, bread, cookies. They got it all, just like Lucy got. And we'll watch these two rascals grow right here, and we'll see what happens come springtime. You just never know what might happen with Lucy's herd, which has now only got four deer in it, which is probably good. I think, yeah, I believe that is Ranger and Nina out there. I really believe it is. So we'll see if they come up here in a minute. I'm gonna just hang around here on the front deck. Well, here's Nina. That's Nina right there. I need to get something to put on her. I've got some collars that was made for them. We only put one on Lucy. We need to get some on these others here. Might see if I can slip some over Jenny's head, because I certainly need something on her. Those little soft hairnet collars are good but they eventually just wear out. But that is Nina right there. She's thinking about coming up here, but they're just really super spooky since Lucy's gone. It was like she was always watching out for them. But there's Nina. She didn't want to know if she was to come up and have something to eat here off the special breakfast I have for them or not. Sure thinking about it. And there's Ranger walking up also. There's Ranger right there. Ranger's walking up right over there. He's right behind Jenny here, down there on the ground. They're thinking about coming up. We'll see what happens. Ranger, come on. Ranger, come on, buddy. Come on up here, Ranger baby. Come on. Oh, come on. I guess that's Nina. The Ranger turned around and went back. Come on up here, Nina. Come on up here and eat, baby. Come on up here and eat. Now, Forrest, I don't think you're supposed to eat those shrubs. Chris is not going to be happy if you eat those shrubs. She's not going to be happy at all. Well, that was Ranger. That was not Nina, that was Ranger. I can't see those little nubbins of his. They're so tiny, I can see them now. But he turned around and walked back. He just don't want to come up here right now. Jenny, I need to put a necklace of some kind on you. I think I'll go get one and see if I can put it on you. It's going to be way too big for you, though. She says, I think I'll go eat me some more breakfast. Plenty for them to eat in the woods now. Plenty, and of course, we're getting ready to plant food plots, too. Well, it looks like Jenny has decided to take over a little bit of Lucy's porch. Jenny always liked to lay here on the porch with Lucy, and I'm sure her brother, yeah, there's her brother right over there. He's like to laying over there in the shrubs where he shouldn't be. Chris would be upset about that, but he's laying over there in a nice cool spot. And Jenny, who's lost her little pink or red necklace that she had on, a little hairnet thing. It's real soft. It's not tight at all. Kind of looked a little tight, but it wasn't. And that's finally, she's had it on for several months. I'm going to try to get her some more if I can. But I did bring her out what was left over of the breakfast this morning. They really didn't eat a lot of breakfast. They didn't show up till late. The other deer was around, so I took it in. And they didn't really eat a whole lot. But she is, she's looking awfully pretty. I mean, she's a pretty little girl. She's not quite a year old, but just a beautiful little girl. And she's kind of my new Lucy. She's given me a lot of loving. She's been petting her and carrying on. Fed her brother some out of the bowl a little bit earlier. I sat down there on the porch right there, and he come up and ate. And it's I guess that Jenny is going to take over Lucy's porch. Jenny, can't you read what the sign says? The sign says, "Welcome to Lucy's porch, where memories are made and worries are few." Is a super cold. I'm talking super cold. I'm talking 40 for the end of May. I'm talking 40 degrees for the end of May, maybe 39. It was 41. I looked at it a minute ago. It's getting colder. It was 41 earlier, and now it was 40. And now it was 40 when I looked at it about 30 minutes ago. The deer are out in the front yard. They've made this their habit now, Lucy's herd. You can really only see one deer down there. It's really pretty easily identifiable, and that's Forrest. He's got the little white band on. You see Forrest where he's got his little white, raggedy white, still a little bit white. It's kind of ugly looking, but that's Forrest way down there. And there's old TC over there, big old TC. He's going to have some really big antlers growing pretty soon. We'll be able to watch those antlers grow. Several of those are little bucks. Jenny's down there also, and the twins. The two smallest ones are the triplets. I'm sorry, the two triplets. I'll gotta get some bands on those. I just gotta get that done. Got some of them little soft, real soft hairband deals. They look kind of tight, but they're not. Anyway, it's a cold. The wind is blowing really, really hard from the north. You can see the lake. It's calm on this side. That is looking straight to the south. You can see how the wind's on out there. The wind's blowing probably 25 miles an hour. It's a big bull walking right there. He is really, really big. But they've made this their morning ritual. They get out here, and of course the automatic feeder goes off, and they go around the other side and eat. I put out some special food. The wind just about blew the camera out of my hand so hard. I put out some special breakfast food, Cheerios and grapes and carrots, lettuce, tomatoes, a couple of cookies, some bread, wheat bread for them every morning for the little herd. It always gets cleaned up. Now, some of the other deer have got where they come up on the porch and help themselves also, but that's okay. That's all right. Lucy would want me to take care of them also, just as well as she wants me to take care of her herd. I am getting ready to head to Tulsa in just a few seconds and be with Chris all day. A cold morning, the deer makes my heart warm. That is beautiful right there. That is beautiful right there. I don't care who you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I think if I counted right real quickly, there's 17 beautiful animals right there. 17. Forrest and Jenny, Ranger and Nina, Lucy's herd, 2 of the 3 triplets that's left. We thought the herd would get much bigger here pretty quickly, and the herd hasn't. And the wild deer herd is going to get bigger because they're going to start having babies here next month in May and June. And there's the daddy of some of them, that very far one out there. That's TC. He is a big, giant deer, 5-6 years old. His antlers are going to be pretty good size this year. I think they're going downhill, not getting larger. Little tiny Ranger and Nina out there, the little triplets. They're the cutest things in the world. That's my world on a cold April morning. And it's a great world. I love you, Lord. As we move into greener and greener things in the woods and more things getting higher and more things growing, there are less and less deer hanging around the house throughout the day. At times we've got lots of deer here, maybe 20 or more. At times we don't have any. Now there's the beautiful breakfast that I fixed. It's got grapes, it's got lettuce. It's got lettuce in there. Got nice lettuce. It's got lots of grapes. It's got carrots, baby carrots. It's got bread. It's got some cookies, and it's got, of course, Cheerios. Cheerios there. Actually, a Walmart brand of Cheerios. They're a little less expensive than regular Cheerios. I can't get Cheerios to send me any. But I fixed a beautiful breakfast there for the deer, and they're not here. As a fact, as I go look around, I only see 3 deer out here by the feeder. I'm going to go out and rattle around and see if maybe a few more come. And I don't know if any of those are, it looks like maybe might be Forrest and Nina might be out there. I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think these are all just pure wild deer. Yeah, absolutely pure wild deer right there. You're gonna take off and leave a little bit, and I'll walk out here. But this is all we've got. I mean, there's 4 deer out here. I saw a few more earlier. The feeder, of course, goes off, and it has just gone off about 15 or 20 minutes ago. I saw about a dozen out here. Is about all I saw. But I'll go ahead and throw out a little bit here, rattle around. The rattling really creates lots of deer to come up. Hey, Green Tag. Hey, Green Tag. How you doing there, Green Tag? I don't know where Lucy's herd is. Lucy's herd, of course, you know, obviously know that Lucy's gone, and she's sort of controlled, or maybe told those deer what to do and where to stay and where to hide out. And obviously she taught her little triplets. She taught Ranger and Nina what to do, and Indy, the 3 or 4 months that he was alive. So she taught them what to do. And you see these deer here are pretty spooky. It's a little buck right there. That's a little buck. It's almost a year old. I think that's another little buck out there. And but that's all the deer that's here, 4 deer. And the reason is there's just so much green out there for them to eat. And so they're venturing further and further away from the house so they don't get back here. I haven't actually seen any of Lucy's herd in here this morning. I look around, I told you about the rattling. Here comes some deer in over here. Now we'll walk around and see. Yep, here comes another deer coming in, heard me rattling around. And another. And another. And another. Who opened the gate, Jimmy? Who opened the gate? And they heard me rattling around. Now, this is still none of Lucy's herd. This is a wild herd, little bucks there. We're going to have a lot of little bucks running around with horns. Whoop, here comes more. They heard me rattling around. And looky here, all of a sudden we have. So, you guys out there that love to hunt, and you know I love to hunt. You love to hunt, you got to practicing your grunt call. You need a grunt call that sounds like a Texas hunter feeder. And rattle that dude around a little bit, and that'll get some deer around. You can see they're kind of aggressive sometimes eating. There'll be 1 or 2 that's kind of mean and want to run the others off and don't let them eat. They just move over to another spot and start eating. But now all of a sudden we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 deer out there. Just that quickly, just some kind of rattling around. Of course, they can hear me talking out here also. So this is kind of an amazing thing. It's here toward the end of the week. I'm getting ready to head to Tulsa early this morning and be up there with Chris all day long. Sherry was with her yesterday. I don't know what I would do without my beautiful daughter, Sherry. I'm telling you, she is just a lifesaver. And her husband, Jack, is just Prince Charming. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He's actually in California right now visiting with his mama. And somebody run into him yesterday, crashed into him in reverse. He started off from a... they got the stop and go signals out there like they have as you enter so many interstates, and he had stopped and then he had taken off again. When he did, a guy run into him from behind at 70 miles an hour, never slowed down anything, tore up a rent car.
and Jack had some problems with that. He went to go take it back to the rental company. It was still drivable. Tore the other guy's pickup up. Nobody got hurt, thankfully. Jack said he's got a few bruises, bumps and bruises from that guy hitting him so hard in the back. He's got back problems anyway, so I was concerned about that. But Jack is out with his family in California and taking care of his mama, and he loves his mama. He talks to her every day, and it's just so wonderful that he could do that. And but Sherry was with her mama all day yesterday in Tulsa, and I got to stay here on the ranch and do a lot of stuff here on the ranch. Walked down to the dock and caught 4 bass, one about 6 pounds. Caught those fish out in about 17 foot of water on a jig on the bottom, which is really something. I just can't hardly believe that. I think we're gonna have to do something about the shad. We may go catch some shad. But anyway, I'll be in Tulsa with Chris today, so I thought I'd get out here this morning and see a little bit on the deer. We haven't seen any of Lucy's herd this morning. They were here yesterday evening, but they have not been here today at all. So they're out running around. They're probably all 4 together, and I don't know who. I think Jenny is kind of becoming the leader of the pack. Jenny's certainly becoming my buddy. She laid on the porch. Well, her and Forrest actually both laid on the deck pretty much all yesterday afternoon. So I'm gonna get off of here and go see Chris, and I wish that we had her beautiful voice on this video, but we will. They're doing some physical therapy with her now, and she's still in the same facility. I don't know how much longer we're gonna have to stay in that same facility, but they are working with her, and with the exception of the doctor, the people up there are very, very nice, and they're trying, and so hopefully we can get Chris back out here sometime. I don't know how long it's going to take. This is going to be a long battle. We'll fight it. We'll take you on that journey with us, and I'll take care of the deer, do a little deer video every Friday for you, and try to keep you updates on Chris during the odd days of the week. If you're not subscribed to Jimmy Houston Outdoors, subscribe. If you're not subscribed to the Catch of the Day channel, the Catch of the Day channel will change your life. We have a new book coming out, a new daily devotional coming out in October. I've pre-ordered 10,000 copies just for our people, that you'll be able to get them before anybody else. You won't have to go to the bookstore. We'll send them right directly to you. And but anyway, that is Catch a Better Life is what the new title of that book is. I just approved the cover. It's a beautiful cover. Catch a Better Life, and Catch of the Day channel will change your life. Subscribe to it. Tell all your friends to subscribe to it. Small channel, only about 13,000 people on there, but over 5,000 people a day look at that video. We put a video up every single morning. Guys and girls, have you a great weekend. I love you. I love you. I love you.